Video clips on blindness tips, a series of video demonstrations for daily living skills for the blind and visually impaired, presented in conjunction with the Washington State School for the Blind. The following clip features WSSB orientation and mobility instructor Joe DeLugo working with student Damien. Damien has cortical visual impairment, or CVI.
This is Damien. He's a primary aid student with cortical visual impairment. He's learning to cross streets and understand his neighborhood. By knowing how he sees and ways we can help him learn, we can expand his world. First of all, what is cortical visual impairment? It's important to think of vision as a team. You have your eyes, and you have your brain. The eyes function as the collector of information. The brain functions as the interpreter. The eyes can be working just fine, sending information to the brain, but the brain often misinterprets that information. Cortical visual impairment is often abbreviated simply as CVI. Let's take it to the streets and try to better understand CVI. Other more common visual impairments may include an acuity loss, where detail is reduced, or a field loss, where either peripheral or central vision is compromised. Although CVI can include aspects of those types of visual impairments, the experience is more often likened to looking at a piece of modern art, where the image is difficult to understand, or like looking at a puzzle, with many pieces missing. By choosing tools and strategies tailored to each individual student, we could help to fill in those missing pieces and make the world more clear and comprehensible for our students.
Damien begins to cross a neighborhood street at a corner.
This is the type of environment that a person with CVI is most suited for. It's clean, well organized, and predictable. Unfortunately, most of the world isn't like this. Now, one thing that we can do to help our students sort out all that visual clutter is to use pictures. Tablet computers work great for this. You can create a slideshow quick and easy. Images in a slideshow are shot at progressively closer distances, simulating a student approaching a landmark.
Damien and his orientation and mobility instructor Joe approach a landmark, which is a Rite Aid sign along a busy city street.
This is the rat. Look.
That's Rite Aid. Thank you. When designing a slideshow, it's important to use prominent, bright-colored objects as landmarks. The Rite Aid sign, a fire hydrant, truncated domes. And Damien's goal? To learn to cross this quiet residential intersection. We'll use that sign as a landmark.
This iPad is cool. Here.
Where's the sign? Yeah, right there, exactly. Okay, now where's the sidewalk that's right next to the sign? Perfect, you've got it exactly. Okay, go to the next frame. And now this is once again before you're going to cross the street. That's the Willow Glen sign. Can you point towards it?
There.
With an iPad, where is it? A student can sort through pictures and enlarge them as they see fit. Good. You made it bigger. Check those out on your own.
Damien examines the pictures on an iPad.
It's cool, see?
After exploring on the iPad, we head to the neighborhood to check out the real thing.
Damien explores the Willow Glen signage.
It's here where we have to consider lighting. Here's a photograph of our intersection on a cloudy day. Here it is on a sunny day. They may look similar to our eyes, but to a person with CVI, shadows can look like objects. By enhancing the shadows on the photograph of the sunny day, we have a simulation of what it might look like to a person with CVI. Just because a student has mastered a skill in one lighting environment does not mean they can perform it in another. Now it's time to cross streets. One technique we use to focus Damien's attention is physical prompting. It helps him concentrate his vision on one area.
Damien points in the direction he plans to cross.
Now point straight ahead. And that's where I want you to cross to. Okay, nice job. Let's continue going to the next point. Where is that? As with many things in life, practice makes perfect. Damien may appear cautious his first attempt through an environment, but very confident in his next.
2, 3.
This needs to be considered when teaching street crossings. At first, his crossings may not look very good, but with repetition, and more repetition, Damien does improve. After several lessons and many attempts, perfection.
This is just one scenario. It is important to recognize that every child who experiences a visual impairment due to CVI is different, and therefore, each child's program will be different and tailored to their unique needs. Finding what is right for that individual is a process. Thanks to Damien for all his hard work. More video clips for blindness tips are available from the Washington State School for the Blind at wssb.wa.gov.